Alright, and we are live.
Well, what's up, everybody? This is Torx, and you are listening, or watching, I should say, the Community Clash. Community Clash is a PlanetSide 2 community-driven event where we let outfits battle it out for fun, bragging rights, and just general enjoyment. As I said, I'm Torx. We have a lot of people here with us tonight. You already heard Hamma. He is a producer of the show. How are you doing there, Hamma?
I'm doing good. I can't complain.
We have our two casters with us tonight. We have Knox and Derringer with us.
Hey, guys.
Hello, everybody.
We have Jenny Boo. She will be trolling you in the chat room, providing a great deal of information and just hanging out, talking with you guys in the chat room.
Hey, everybody.
And last but not least, we have Luperza, Miss Perfect Storm from SOE. She'll be helping with everything else. What did we call her last week? The Oz, SOE Oz. So, welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
Tonight, we have another Vanu Sovereignty versus Terran Republic matchup. The outfits participating will be DPSO, Forty Deuce, and NUC. Our streamers tonight will be one from each team. From the TR side, we have Sero from NUC. And from the VS side, DPSO, we have Calx. Those will be our first-person view streamers that you'll be seeing this evening. I want to go over the rules again real quick for those of you that did not see last week's show. Rules are simple as this. We are playing on the Nexus on the PTS server. Each base captured, that's a single-point base, renders the team capturing at 1 point. Every base that's a 3-point base captured by a team renders that team 2 points. At the end of the two halves, the person or team with the most points wins. The rest of the final finite pieces of the rules are inside the rules link on PlanetSide Universe, which you can look up just via Community Clash if you'd like to. There is one small alteration from that we saw last week, and the rule being if participants of the Clash need to be with the outfit that they are participating with for a minimum of 7 days before the Clash. So that is one alteration from last week due to community feedback. So thank you for that. That being said, let's get to our outfits for the night so they can talk about who they are, so you guys know who they are before we get into this. First off, we have DPSO. And from DPSO, we have Redolent Bastard.
Hello.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about DPSO and what you guys are all about?
DPSO is a very welcome and opening outfit. We're here competing, and we have some of our best people here competing, people who've trained for, specifically for competitions within this game, but yet we also are very dedicated to keeping low battle rank players in our outfit, to training people up, to getting them into the game. Everyone that you see who's leading today isn't just leading in our competitive senses. We also go and lead public platoons a lot. We really try and do all aspects of the game. We try and be for the player with 7 hours and the player with 1,500 hours. Both have something that they can gain from our outfit. We're looking forward to being here, and we're looking forward to a good fight with NUC.
Nice. Good to hear it. Second off, we have Forty Deuce, and from Forty Deuce, we have Senor Blanco.
How's it going, guys? So T42 got its start back in PS1. We were a good community group there, swelled to quite a large number. Then once beta started for PS2, we started working as a group. Once it went live, we opened it up quickly to the community. It's really about just people coming and hanging out, having a good time. We definitely run platoons several nights a week where we keep it a little tighter ship, but for the most part, we're sitting around 400 players. Always running platoons 24/7, getting as many people as we can in, helping them out. We have a very similar build to DPSO, so that's why we like working with these guys. We're definitely looking forward to this community clash. We couldn't wait since it started.
Alrighty, it's good to hear. Last but not least, we have NUC, and from NUC we have Zoid. How you doing there?
Pretty good. So NUC is an outfit that founded after the MLG announcement by PlanetSide 2, and that's really the primary goal of our outfit. We spend a lot of time practicing and training. We try and set ourselves up in situations as often as possible that mimic what we're going to be looking at in MLG. So we're really excited to get out and do stuff like this community clash, where we get to play on the Nexus, we get to play in a combined 48 versus 48 server, and stuff like this is really why we love PlanetSide 2.
Alrighty. Short and sweet. All right, guys, as I said, this will be a TR versus VS matchup, and we're going to go into our roster real quick before we actually get into the match. So that is off to Mr. Knox and Derringer.
Alrighty, I'll go ahead and start announcing the TR NUC squad for everyone, or platoon rather. In the Alpha squad, well, first off, we have the platoon leader Zoid, and the Alpha squad leader is Sero. We have DDP Psycho, Elusive, Superfire, Zuzi, Lost, Win, Nerd Stomper, myself, Hater, Reflect. And in the Bravo squad, we have Genseric leading, Satoran, Duanasaur, PNT, Chichmon, Berthamon, Ihi, Kanan, Smiles, Terex or something, if I remember that one correctly, Roderick, Sexual Tyrannosaurus, and Charlie squad, we have Scuba as a squad leader, Jick 5, I can't believe it's not Nyax, Hockey 22, Gabriel, Kid Riot, Xena, Shaske, Paris Money, McCain Smash, K Sereta, Captain Psycho. And in Delta Squad, we have NUC Spanish leading that squad, Scopes Test Server, CY, Pawnee TR, NUC Striker Volsign, Yosarian, Derboot, Mare, Think Tank, Volts Dragon, Commander 9, I guess, and then the Sass Haggery. Haggery.
Alrighty.
Sounds like you got a mouthful of TR there.
I did get a mouthful of TR. It's tasty.
All right. Well, on my side, we've got members of DPSO and the 40 Deuce, starting off with the Alpha Squad. Leader there is Agent Green, H42. We have Saw the Hand. We have DPSO's outfit leader, Mast Happy. We have Cherokee, Blackward, Dongers. We have your live streamer this evening, Calx. So watch Alpha 8 every chance you can. We have V Shepherd, Moon Kira, Kalul, and Thakis. Moving over to Bravo Squad, we have Winky, Jimmy Trash, Gigawatts 121, Bajork, Calvis 91, Ortis, my favorite name, Meow Meow, Agent Visor, Kogu with Boobies, Mr. Ghosty, Slow Burn, and Impervious VS. Moving over to Charlie Squad, the last DPSO squad here, we have Scarecrow 357, we have Gamma, Dark Blaze 420, Zoltan, PFC Bragg, That One Ninja, Epcon, Deathhawk, Papa, J-Dog 10, and last but not least in DPSO, the platoon leader, Redolent Bastard. Moving over to Delta Squad, this is made up entirely of 40 Deuce players, headed by Lily Solar Prism, a.k.a. Louie of 40 Deuce. Next up, we have Borealis Aurora, White Blanco, which is Senor Blanco, who you heard earlier. We have Chuck BC 187, Legerless, Lynx Thor, Amrock, Alice, Cyber VS, Miles Lives, Anheuser, and last but not least, Frugals. And there, my friends, is your DPSO and T42 Mega Platoon.
Mega Platoon, wow. I got corrected. It's Sasha Gray. I kind of messed that name up. I messed up lots of names, so that one was bad.
Yeah, that's a pretty big mess up. Anyways, the
It's like
one other thing
tortifying it.
Yeah, almost. All right, so the other two things I want to talk about with the rules real quick, guys, before we start the first half, is one, for those of you watching, it'll be 42 45-minute halves. Second thing is squad beacons will be allowed in tonight's match. Both outfits are aware of this and have prepped for it. So we're looking forward to seeing how that works out. That being said, do we have all outfit leaders still in here with us?
Yes.
I believe so.
Alrighty. Can I get a quick knock-off from Senor Blanco? Are we ready to go?
We are ready.
All right, Redolent Bastard, we good to go?
We're good to go.
Zoid?
We are good.
Alrighty. That being said, guys, I'm going to give a quick 10 countdown. You guys are welcome to commence the bloodshed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do it.
And here comes the VS platoon out of their spawn room, immediately hitting the vehicle terminals, and let's see what they start pulling. We've got a number of Sunderers and a few Psys, and I see a Galaxy. What's going on your end, Nox?
Not a single TR has gone after a land vehicle. We have all air here. I see 3 Galaxies so far, 4 Liberators, and a lot of Mosquitoes. 5 Liberators, actually, I believe. And they're just kind of hanging out here for now.
That's
I
a lot
can't
of
even
air.
render all of them.
That's a lot of air. Meanwhile, the DPSO folks and T40 Deuce are already hitting some of these points. We've moved all the way into Bitter Gorge Garrison, and they're already working on taking these points.
Yeah, we already have an air battle here. The Mosquitoes are quickly disposing of some sides, I believe. There's not many sides up in the air, although there are some.
I'm watching a bit of the air battle here above Bitter Gorge Garrison as well. There are a number of Mosquitoes converging on the few sides, and they're also peppering the points as well with a lot of air-to-ground fire.
It does look like NUC has dropped a few men into the Bitter Gorge Garrison. The air battle is still raging on. We have several sides up in the air still dealing with these Mosquitoes. Lots of reverse maneuver going on, which everyone loves. Liberators seem to be doing some handiwork. They're flying around, dodging these anti-air rockets. But
while that's going on, we've got the air presence is still centered over Bitter Gorge Garrison. They do have some boots on the ground, but DPSO and 40 Deuce are working on the majority of the points right now. But I don't want to take away from a good air battle if there's one going on. Sounds like the air battle is
kind of
falling.
died down.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much VS presence in the air right now. I feel like a bunch of the Mosquitoes have left. We do have a pretty decent battle, I think, maybe here at Granite Head Reactor. I hear some fire. Let's go and try and check this sucker out. All the points are TR controlled right now, though.
Over here at Bitter Gorge, it's 2 VS to 1 TR point. It looks like a lot of the TR are taking their Mosquitoes and landing them on the roofs to try and drop down and give a little assistance. And I do see something we haven't seen before, a spawn beacon.
It does look like Alpha Squad for NUC has Granite Head Reactor locked up right now. They have several men on each point, making sure that those are maintained. Guys at entrances all over the place for point A. It's watched. They will not be able to get into that point without being noticed.
Back here
So
at Bitter
this
Gorge,
place is on lockdown.
Yeah, there's still a battle going back and forth for all these points. DPSO put one of their Sunderers in a pretty hard-to-hit location, right in the middle under the A point here, and they're easily funneling. Well, as I talk about it, TR just came in and C4'd it and blew it up, taking out their spawn point here.
Yep, and I have a squad beacon on top of Arzek. The C point is under contention right now, as the Vanu, I just believe, took it back from the TR. At this point, it was TR controlled 2 points to 1. Now it's Vanu 2 points to 1. They have points A and C.
It's a similar situation here with Vanu holding A and C as well, to TR holding the B point. There's a little battle going on at the A point itself, and Liberators bombing the area. But as I said, VS do hold 2 points here as well.
Yep, and there are several Skyguards here, Arzek, trying to lock down that TR air before they... on the outside here. I believe 4 of them. One of them was just taken out, though.
We've had a
by
good
some
push.
NUC infantry on the roof.
We've had a good push by TR at the A point here at Bitter Gorge. There were only a few VS guarding it. They were quickly overwhelmed, and now it looks like TR is pushing on to Charlie Point.
Still pretty quiet here, Erzek. The point control has stayed the same. NUC is maintaining the B point, and the Vanu seem to be playing the patience game with as far as taking it back. There's 3 infantry here on the roof, or 4 rather, the squad leader and 3 other guys that I see. 5 now, I'm seeing another. And they're just kind of hanging out, trying to shoot rockets at these sky guards, and otherwise just sitting there.
Over here at Bitter Gorge Garrison, TR have taken all 3 points. They control the entire base now.
I do see TR moving down onto the ground at Erzek, but they have quickly been noticed by some Vanu. They're not going to be able to move as quietly as they hoped. But they're not moving onto the points. They're just clearing out the outside. I think they might be looking for a Sunderer before making a move on the point. Oh, nope, here they go. They're entering around the side of the building into the back to try and take the C point right now, which I don't see a very strong Vanu presence at all.
I apologize for being silent. I had a little bit of observer cam issues where I was slowly floating off into space, so I had to exit out and get in a new observer cam, but everything is back up and running here. It is pretty quiet here at Bitter Gorge Garrison. I'm going to make my way towards the center point on the map and see what's going on at Granite Head Reactor and take a gander there while you're still working on your end.
I had a really nice EMP grenade that let an infiltrator take out 2 of the 3 guys that were taking out C point there, taking C point back, which they are now moving on to A point. But the infiltrator was only able to kill 2 of the guys, and one of the medics was still up. So those 3 are back up. They're actually at A point now, taking out any proximity mines they see, not running into them.
At and Granite Head Reactor, everything is thoroughly held in TR place here, but I did see a number of drop pods come flying in. I have to tell you, I do love seeing drop pods again on the Battle Islands. I've really missed it in our last few matches. What do you think about that?
Oh, it's pretty nice. The Vanu have taken back A point here while I was watching, and while I was not watching the other 2 points, they did take B and C. I believe they did take the spawn beacon out, but the TR have laid another spawn beacon, which has also been taken out now. So the Vanu seem to have control of Erzek, but the TR did just take B point back. So I imagine they will swap leader and drop another spawn beacon as soon as they can.
I'm watching a little bit of a lightning push here at Granite Head Reactor. They're definitely doing some Skyguard lightnings to deal with any air that's coming in. Very interesting to watch them as they shoot through the rock outcroppings above Granite Head Reactor. I think that might actually work in the favor of the actual air rather than the lightnings themselves, because I know they're still getting bombed pretty heavily. I'm surprised they're not making a more...
The TR have been keeping Liberators up in the air and a few Mosquitoes for their protection, but these Liberators, they're really utilizing them to take out Sunderers and any other vehicle that they need to deal with.
I do have a Sunderer has deployed now here at Granite Head Reactor, and I have the entire squad of 40 Deuce are trying to make a push in on the Bravo point. They're getting farmed a little bit by a harasser, but I do have them square dug in here at Bravo, and they flipped Bravo to their favor. And I think they're going to start making a push to other points here within Granite Head Reactor.
NUC, interestingly enough, had taken C point, and as soon as they left, the Vanu took it back here. As they were going up the stairs towards A point, unless that guy just looked red. He might have just looked red. No, it's all Vanu here, minus B point. The Vanu are 14.5 minutes from capturing this base unless they take all 3 points. But if they hold the 2, that's how long it will be.
Same thing here at Granite Head. There's about 45 seconds left on a TR capture. The VS need to make a harder push on some of these other points rather than just digging themselves here at the Bravo point. They need at least 1 more point to stop this cap. Otherwise, we're going to see some point scoring shortly.
So there's some Vanu here at Granite Head Reactor. They've taken the B point. And the Alpha Squad of NUC, they're fighting the Alpha Squad right now of NUC. And I see quite a few men on the B point pushing out these doors to try and move towards C point right now. A lot of dead TR. And they actually have C point. I'm confusing my colors. So a lot of Vanu here. At least 2 squads have taken B and C at Granite Head Reactor. Heavily using lashers to prevent the TR from being able to run up these stairs and make a push on them. I see lashers just coming down the stairs every now and then.
That's good because they were very close to having a full capture over there by the TR. So let's give some props to the Vanu for stopping the almost capture there at Granite Head Reactor.
The TR do have A point still on lockdown. I'm going to move over here to C point because it looks like the TR are trying to push in. But the Vanu have this completely shut down. They're going to need more than just a few guys, I believe. Because there are at least a couple squads here. I'm seeing explosions come flying in. They actually have 2 Liberators flying on 3 Liberators at one point. One of them left, flying underneath these overhanging rocks and providing air support. Now we have a Mosquito in here as well. And they just kind of sneak in and out of this bigger gap in the overhang here after they start getting fired upon.
I was going to say, it does look like they're taking some fire from those Skyguard Lightnings, though. I imagine it must not be fun to be the pilot trying to dodge Skyguard shots and make it through the teeth, those basic teeth that are covering that point.
All right,
they're doing it while keeping the gunner on sight of the points. It's pretty incredible, actually. And NUC has taken the C point back, so...
With just under 34 minutes in the half left, NUC has taken Bitter Gorge Garrison, granting them 2 points. So it's a 2-0 match at the moment.
And while they have done that, they have also moved their way to Slate Canyon Hold and are taking this point uncontested as well. 3.5 minutes left in the cap here.
NUC took C, but I see A flashing. I don't know if that's just a bug, so I'm going to check it out. Looks like it's just a bug. It's quiet down at the A point, so the Vanu are kind of moving towards it, but it's not really doing much. They have resecured C. I believe they're slowly pushing towards B, but there's a large Vanu presence in here. A lot of smoke has just gone down. I see some green names making their way over here.
It's interesting that the majority of the fighting is actually centered around that middle base. We saw a lot of it on the outskirts 2 bases last week. A little different to see all the beginning first round all happening in that middle point.
Well, not all of it. I mean, we still have a fight over Arzak.
Looks like TR is making a push for Slate Canyon.
And the TR, while I was looking at my map, the TR did take, well, working on taking B point back. It looks like most of the Vanu had been cleared out. But they have maintained, with the help of a Zoe, control of point B for the
Torx,
time being.
I'm currently at Slate Canyon, like I reported a few minutes ago, about a minute ago. There's a little over 2 minutes left in the cap here at Slate Canyon. They are taking it uncontested right now.
They did make a push for point C. The Vanu did take point C here at Granite Head. And these Liberators are just laying an absolute pounding down onto everyone at this base. It's incredible that they're flying, just hovering them in these rocks, just pounding key points, preventing the Vanu from moving too freely on the inside of this base. And I just had a NUC land a Galaxy in here. It kind of glitched out on me. But we do have a Galaxy coming in, working on taking point B right now.
Back here at Slate Canyon Hold, about a minute and a half left on the cap here, but I do have 2 DPSO infiltrators dodging the air, looking to potentially cap a point over here to stop this uncontested hold. So there's a little bit of action here, not as much as you're seeing. So I don't want to take away from everything that's going on in your view over there.
Well, the Vanu and the TR are still fighting over point B. It did get taken back by the TR, but the Vanu have pushed back into the B point. So, and a lot of medics now have come in, a lot of troops. It looks like they have that particular base right now. And they actually are coming from a Sunderer that's very well hidden here, and a nice little nook and cranny that I honestly didn't even know existed until right now. I figured there had to be a Sunderer coming from the door they came from, and sure enough, there it is, right in this little hallway that looks like it's meant for it, and I never even knew that was there. We do have some Burster Maxes in the base here as well, trying to keep those Liberators out of the Granite Head Reactor, which the TR are using very effectively. Both teams have squad beacons down as well right now.
We have about 15 seconds left on the Slate Canyon hold. I do not believe that the two DPS infiltrators are going to have enough time to flip this back over. Aptly named, though, one of them is that one ninja, and he is definitely using his ninja skills to try and help cap this point. But with 1 second to go, Slate Canyon is now in TR's hands. Torx, let's get a points update.
Just under 30 minutes left in the half. That is one more point to TR, making the points 3-0 in TR favor.
And TR are working on Arazek right now. They have control of all 3 points. Just to give a quick update on that. It's pretty quiet here, though. They have a squad beacon on the roof and 3 points, 2 minutes, 45 seconds until its capture. I'm going to head back over to Granite Head.
While you're making your way to Granite Head, this is definitely a cat and mouse game here at Slate Canyon Hold. I know maybe watching one person is boring, but that one ninja is displaying some very ninja-like skills as he moves from one piece of cover to the next, keeping out of sight of 2 harassers that are flying around the base, driving around the base, trying to locate him, and he is just so stealthily keeping himself out of their sight this entire time. And I wonder if they're going to leave and he's going to take that point back all by himself.
One of the TR Liberators did land over by this Vanu Sunderer, and they've beaten it out with mines, I believe. So the Vanu no longer have their magical little spawn point, but they do have one man on the B point. While some NUC do make some pushes on the side where the Vanu were spawning from to take that. The Vanu do have control of C point and A point right now, so they have control of all 3 points with a 5-minute capture left. But the TR have the squad beacon in here, as well as the Vanu, which looks like is actually just taken out. But I don't believe, and they have a harasser here going downstairs along with the squad, pushing their way into A point right now.
That one ninja, and I want to give a shout out to Rargan C, who had the Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go chant. That was apt. Little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action.
So NUC has pushed down to the stairs, and they are going after the A point right now. I don't see many Vanu down here to contest it from them.
All right, while you're working on that, I've moved my way down to Nexus Omega, where NUC tried to push in and cap some points. They're actually working on both of the generators right now at the Nexus, but there is a heavy air presence by the VS. We have a number of sides in the air working on those Liberators currently above Bitter Gorge Garrison as well. So the VS have decided to take it to the air and try to work on some of those Liberators and get them out of here, and at the same time work on clearing everything out of Nexus Omega here.
NUC is working heavily on Granite Head Reactor right now. They've taken back B point as well. They're working all over this base in small groups of 2 to 3, it looks like, very effectively.
The majority of the T42 and DPSO air was taken out, but we do have a lot of them pulling fresh pieces of air. I'm following Louis right now. That's Lily Solar Prism to everybody watching. Going to see where he ends up. I think he's going to make a push towards Granite Head Reactor kind of from a different direction, and he's working on some of these Liberators right now, trying to soften them up a little and get them out of here. And that's
the Vanu have just taken back B point, but we have Zoid coming down these stairs here. For some reason, his name will show up over everyone.
The Arzak
taken out.
has flipped. Just under 26 minutes left. That's 2 more points at TR. It's a 5-0.
Vanu have swarmed the B point. I imagine they have a Sunderer back in that magical little spot again. I'm going to check it out, and sure enough, there it is. They have taken back B, and they still maintain C point at this time. I imagine they're going to push for A here in a moment, where it looks like the TR still have a hold on the A point.
I want to bring everybody's attention to Nexus Omega, where obviously these teams have been practicing on this server for a while, because obviously one of the first things that NUC did was they took out this little tower that's right in the middle of the Nexus that has the 4 AA guns on it, because all 4 are smoking, and certainly didn't help the Vanu push back the air, and they're not making any push to actually repair them either. So
Vanu are still working heavily on A point here. I see quite a few men moving into down underground, so I'm going to head down there to see this push onto A point here. There are several TR still holding it down, but I think numbers might win out here as the Vanu are pressing in from both stairwells into the base.
Can I double check the score? You said 5-0, NUC, correct?
Correct.
And Vanu have taken point A, and they are back to a 3.5-minute capture on Granite Head Reactor.
I wish I had stayed with that one ninja, because he did try to flip Slate Cadian hold on his own and actually pushed it a little bit in their favor. He is effectively tying up at least 5 or 6 members of NUC all by himself at Slate Canyon hold. Hopefully the rest of the Vanu can take advantage of that and try to push somewhere else.
We do have the Vanu had pushed the TR had set up a Sunderer similar to how the Vanu had set up on the opposite side. And the Vanu quickly disposed of it, and they are now, but the TR are still pushing hard at C point. I see a skull in there, but they are taking the point right now and flipping it in their favor. But the Vanu presence here is very strong. This is not going to be an easy fight for them.
It sounds like half of them are where you are, and the rest are here at Nexus Omega. They all seem to be hemmed in by these liberators. I'm wondering if there's something that we don't know that's preventing them from getting out of here, or do you just think that perhaps the liberators have this area locked down and they can't get vehicles out here to move to other positions?
It could be that.
As we saw last week, an effective Air Force can really lock people into one particular point, especially when there's some issues with the test server not allowing you to quickly spawn in different locations.
Yep, and if they don't have any, if no one's dead in the hydroponics compound area, they're not going to be able to spawn there to defend it.
Yeah, and
the Vanu has swarmed C point, taking it back.
And I can definitely confirm
Granite Reactor is still theirs.
I can definitely confirm the Liberators are blocking any attempts to get Sunderers out of here. They actually just chased one down, 3 Liberators all at once, and blew it up quite quickly, stopping it from making its way to the hydroponic station. There are some harassers trying to make suicide runs over here, though. I think if one of their squad leaders can get in quickly, they can drop a beacon and get people out of that nexus point. And I really think a lot of VBS are kind of stuck there right now. Oh, and we just had a great play by Dongers with a rocket launcher blowing a mosquito out of the sky. Big kudos to Dongers here, and he's taking it to them all by himself as he makes a rush towards the hydroponics compound.
I do see the Vanu do have firm control of the space right now. They have some lightnings set up, Skyguard lightnings pulled out of this base in order to help defend it from the undoubted liberators that support that's going to come in. I do have a NUC Galaxy landing at the top of the base here, setting up a spawn beacon on top of these rocks out of Vanu reach, so they're going to have that under their control. And I see it here now coming into the base, but it's actually a decoy. There's no one in here. Or unless they already dropped. I just missed it. They had already dropped. They were taking the B point back right now.
Yeah, I watched on the stream as they all dropped out of that galaxy. So yeah, you just missed it.
I'm just, yeah, blind.
It's a moment too slow. Not blind.
Alright, so TR took hydroponics compound, granted him more point. The point is now 6-0 in TR favor.
And the Vanu have a lot of people here, so B point is still there. NUC's gonna have a really hard time having more than one squad take this, but you know what? Even if they lose this base in 45 seconds, they had one squad handle two, essentially. I don't believe there's any fewer than 2 squads of Vanu here at Granite Head Reactor. But NUC is working on the C point now. They're just hitting different points every time. The Vanu seem to be swarming to one point to stop them, and they'll go after another one.
Secondary stairs.
And I can tell you, I'm dug in here at the Nexus Omega along with the majority of the VS. That unfortunately they are kind of stuck in here. The TR air is pounding them mercilessly, keeping them locked in here.
Well, and right now the TR are very smart about this. They're just going to hold C point, still lose the base, knowing that it's going to slow down the Vanu that much more. Keep these resources from being used to push out of the warp gate. So it's just another minute of that, and then we'll be all hemmed in.
Yeah, we could be coming close to a situation where the only base the Vanu have left is Nexus Omega, and then we could really see NUC giving a hard push on that to cap the entire continent.
Well, the Vanu could do some clever squad swapping once they take this to get guys into different squads from here and make them leaders, put down beacons to get these guys out of the warp gate, but they don't want to lose Nexus Omega, so...
Yeah, they can't lose Nexus Omega. We must be getting close in that center point cap, though, so it does... are we going to actually see some points being scored by Vanu?
The TR actually took a point at the very last second.
And they froze it out, huh?
It's frozen out at 20 minutes, 23 seconds in their favor.
Oh, boy.
They brought in, I believe, Charlie Squad. Nope, Delta Squad to take a point. So Alpha Squad and Delta Squad are holding A and C point. And then we now have Bravo Squad also moving in to try and take C point. So it doesn't look like the Vanu are going to have the space, even though they were only a minute away.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they had it. Like I said, I've got almost all of Charlie Squad and the majority of Alpha Squad are kind of penned in here at Nexus Omega.
I have a couple Zoes here, a few engineers, not too many Vanu otherwise, though. Unless they're pushing for the other points.
I know the hydroponics compound flipped to TR's favor, but I believe that's being pushed back to VS. Did they finally make a push out there?
I'm shifting second door.
You're asking me?
That is your lane, sir.
I haven't watched that. I've been watching Granite Head Reactor.
That's fine. I'm gonna make my way over there, and I'll report from there. You stay at Granite Reactor.
On the max, on the max.
Got a lot of action going down here. But it does look like the TR have now taken the B point, and they have firm control here as they took out that Vanu Sunder that Vanu had earlier, and they have virtually no spawning here now because they had no squad beacons up.
I'm at hydroponics compound now. There is just a single member of the VS here near the A point. He's being circled by Liberators right now. They can't seem to find him. He's all by himself at this A point. And with 2 minutes left on the cap, I'm surprised that they haven't done the trick of making him squad leader and have him throw down a beacon and deploy on him.
It would help. They are all but defeated here at Granite Head. The TR
all but defeated, but I'm going to jump in because we have...
I said it this Granite Head Reactor, but...
We have 40 Deuce making an air push on Granite Head Reactor right now from the sky. All of 40 Deuce is in the air. All of them are in size. They've already taken out one Liberator. They're working on a second one right now. They're swarming like mosquitoes. Oh wait, that's TR. They're swarming like size.
Terrible reference. A terrible, terrible metaphor there.
They're swarming like birds on that picture we saw when we were doing our last show. Swarming around an airplane.
It's well, I still see a lot of TR air presence here as a Bravo squad. I believe I got my colors correctly. Yep. Bravo squad still has several mosquitoes up in the air. I see Delta squad Liberator.
Yeah, the VS were able to take out a few of NUC's air, but for the most part, they quickly got overwhelmed because obviously NUC put the call in saying that they were getting hit because the majority of the VS are all now down.
I do see Vanu drop pods coming into Granite Head right now, though.
Well, that could be because one of them was smart enough to drop out and plant a beacon, so we can hope that that's what they were able to do. I'm making my way back to the hydroponics compound to see. There's still just there's a single member of DPSO. Unfortunately, he was just killed. And now the A point is flipping back to TR's favor. But I do definitely have an Alpha squad member just dropped in, and I think he's going to throw a beacon down and get some more people in here.
Well, the TR is successfully holding this. The Vanu had a few guys on the roofs of buildings in here. Every point is locked down. Wherever they push in, they get shut down almost immediately. They might kill a guy or two, but the TR medics are good at being in spots that don't get them killed.
We're having a drop right now at Hydroponics Compound. All of Alpha Squad for DPSO is dropping right now. And they're making a consolidated push towards that A point to try and preserve this cap. There's a little over 2 minutes left on it, so they want to flip it back in their favor. But they are getting harassed pretty mercilessly by mosquitoes as they try to make that run.
Oh, I went to the wrong base here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the A point right now at Hydroponics. There's a number of TR inside. Well, not a number. There's 3 covering the point right now, a max suit, and it looks like 2 heavies are covering it now. VS are making a little bit of a push in here.
Yep, I'm at Hydroponics now, so you can go over to your Slate Canyon hold, buddy.
Will do.
Thank you, though. But, yep, that's what you said.
Yeah, still very little action over here. I'm back focusing on that one ninja at Slate Canyon Hold. It must have been his job to harass them over here at Slate Canyon Hold. They keep taking him out, but you know, he's definitely keeping a few people occupied over here.
I just saw a nice little weird decimator glitch where it just didn't fire, at least on my screen. That was pretty bizarre. But the TR here have this base on lockdown as well, it seems. The Vanu are up in this bridge building where, I'll show you from the outside here. We got a little 2-building here complex with a bridge going between them, called that bridge building. But they pushed out of the point room to clear that building out, knowing that the Vanu were in there, using that to try and take the A point back. And we have several dead here as they did come in from the other side of that building. They have a squad beacon here as well that has been taken out. I've noticed that the NUC is very good at moving in squads of 2 to 3. Generally 3, I've noticed, effectively.
In addition, their air is very effective, much like we saw last week with the great white whales. The NUC air is very adept. See a galaxy make it out of the warp gate, and it's immediately pounced on and absolutely swarmed before it can even make it halfway to Hydroponics. So, I mean, once again, we're seeing a very concerted air effort as one of the keys here on the Nexus. Do you think we're going to see any changes to the way the continent is designed based on some of this?
I think it's just the nature of a smaller map when you have larger teams where you can afford to utilize air. Obviously, when teams are 12 or 24 even, you don't have as many resources to keep up in the air because those are resources that can't be fighting at the points, which are ultimately what matter.
All right, Granite Head Reactor just flipped for TR favor. That is 8-0 in TR favor now.
And to think the VS were within seconds of capping that.
I think hydroponics is or maintained. I can't remember if it had already flipped. But
it's maintained.
It is under TR control.
Yeah, it was maintained. It was not flipped.
Okay.
And the air was once again locking down VS here at Nexus Omega. Keeping, well, I'm watching Charlie Squad right now, which I'm embedded in, and they are pretty much just locked down within the spawn room here by just hovering Liberators.
Well, we did have a squad beacon to go up, but NUC quickly disposed of it with a harasser that used afterburners to get up onto the, or what's it called, turbo, to get up onto the mountainside where it was at, which was promptly taken out by C4. But nonetheless, the Vanu have no presence here at hydroponics at the moment.
All right, we have approximately just over 9 minutes left in the half. Current score is 8-0 in TR favor. Looks like everything is kind of locked up to Nexus Omega.
A little locked up to Nexus Omega, but we do have our good friend, That One Ninja, over here at Slate Canyon Hold. He has once again flipped the alpha point to his favor, and VS is slowly taking this base.
Man, I really wish I could see squad deploy on this map. It would be amazing not to have to put up beacons and see people drop from base to base, especially with the spawning broken at the moment.
There's a huge reaction over here at Slate Canyon Hold. All of the, not all of, but a good portion of NUC looks like they're converging on A right now. All of Alpha Squad is stuck in on the A point right now, pushing out, trying to hold off this TR assault on Slate Canyon Hold. TR has successfully moved into the A point. They are flipping it over into their favor to contain Slate Canyon Hold, but there's a furious battle still going on.
And we're about 30 seconds away from seeing the A point go under contention here at Nexus Omega, as the last generator's about, oh, actually, as I speak, it's 15 seconds now. And the TR are lining up on the outside of this door, ready to move in and take the point. The Vanu have made a small jump on a few guys at the doorway here, taking out a couple NUC. But there's still plenty of other NUC to deal with before they can take that generator back, and which it has been destroyed now. But in the meantime, nope, the shield doors are down. NUC can take the A point at Nexus Omega now.
That is correct. Both generators are down. And the A point is flipping right now. A point is in TR control. But VS are not giving up. They're pushing in on it hard.
It looks like they're pushing in from all the doors, which is good. That's what you need to do.
Looks like our stream just died. Up here it comes back on. Good. Yeah, the Nexus Omega Alpha Point is still in Terran Republic's control. VS are definitely making pushes in. There's a lot of lasher fire going on right now. But let's give it up for NUC, because they're using the defenses inside this room and obstacles inside this room very well to keep all those doorways covered and stop any rushes that are coming in.
Well, not only that, but
DPSO.
they're on the outside of the. They seem to be on the outside of the room as well, because I saw several Vanu get shot in the back when they're going into the room, which means they're not all holed up in there. They're utilizing the entire building to their advantage to defend this point.
Vanu overpowered them and have now taken back the A point. And they have gotten the shields up again as well. So good work by Vanu to get engineers in there and repair those shield generators, because that stops NUC from getting back in on this A point now that they've taken it back. But my screen is lit up red like a Christmas tree, though. So that just tells me that NUC is all over this point, even though they can't get in, so they're going to have to work on those generators again.
I see just Alpha Squad here at the moment. When I look at the outside of the building,
I count about 12 dots as well, so that would make sense.
I see movement that looks like they're going to start working over. It looks like they might be just trying to hold this generator at this point, waiting for some backup to take out the other one. Because I don't see too much movement from the based on the colors towards the other generator. I think they're content just holding this one for the time being until they can get reinforcements. Which it looks like, is that a galaxy I saw on my minimap? Where'd you go? I must have been dreaming.
Let's get nerd lead so we can spawn them when they get.
But one member of Bravo Squad is here, moving towards the same location as the Alpha Squad. We have a couple Delta Squad members as well. No one's made no real push for the horizontal generator yet, though. Everyone's still over at the vertical one, which is still down.
Well, I hope they make a push soon, because unfortunately, my observer cam can't make it through the shielded doors.
Just turn your speed way up and then sprint.
And then sprint through it. I was gonna
blast right through it.
I was gonna drop out.
I do see a lot of green skulls now, so it looks like the Vanu have taken that NUC hold down. And they are repairing the generator. It is repaired, so they have firm control of Nexus Omega. Now we need to see if they can push out of this base, back onto some of those other bases to claim some points.
Alright, I quickly dropped out of Observer Cam and sprinted through the door, right face to face with a TR.
You have to sprint in Observer Cam.
No, I know, but I dropped out of my Observer Cam and sprinted out the room and ran face to face with a TR, who looked at me, turned around the other way and ran off.
He must have saw your name.
They have better control than I do then, because my Twitch skills would have been like, oh my god, red, dead. So whoever that was, props to you for not killing Derringer. And thank you to the chat room for noticing my new Swag YOLO Derringer logo. So.
Swag YOLO.
Did you put that there? Oh, that is hideous.
It's awesome.
It's not hideous. That's my Swag YOLO Derringer signature.
It's so sparkly. It's hideous.
It is sparkly.
It's beautiful.
Swag YOLO 420 dubstep.
You should have America
gross.
written all over it, like American flags wrapped all around it.
I don't think I know you anymore.
What do you mean you don't know me anymore?
No,
everybody
I don't
loves
know you
Swag
anymore.
YOLO 420 dubstep.
Alright, well we got a TR squad beacon on the roof here.
And there's a hot drop coming in right now.
Multiple beacons, or what are they called, landed?
Drop pods.
Drop pods, thank you.
Multiple drop pods being met by lasher fire. That's what I like to see.
It's Delta Squad.
Thanks, Don. It is kind of My Little Pony-ish. Thanks.
Brony.
It's kind of stupid.
You say stupid, I say swagalicious.
Oh, that's exactly why. Well, the TR are on the roof here. It looks like they are trying to figure out how they're going to get at this vertical or horizontal generator, but the Vanu are just absolutely everywhere at this base.
Let's just say
it doesn't
it's a
look
tough
like
nut to
they've
crack.
left to take another base at all, and they're just defending this one at this point.
We have some prowlers coming in right now to cover the outside of the base. It's the first time we've really seen some decent armor out of NUC.
First time we've seen armor out of any community clash.
We did see a Vanguard once.
That was against the rules.
No. We saw a Vanguard when it was allowed. We saw one Vanguard, and then never saw another. But yeah, now the two Prowlers and a Harasser are covering the ground, making sure that the VS are locked in here on Nexus Omega.
Oh, and the VS have repaired these anti-air turrets in that little power tower, anti-air.
The Tower of Power.
I like that. It's good.
I hope Clegg's in the channel writing that down, because he's the one naming all these buildings. So the
45 seconds left in the match, guys.
The 4 AA gun is now
half.
dubbed the Tower of Power. Yes, more DACA, Larrington. More DACA. Of course, there's not much air left at this point for the Tower of Power to deal with.
There's not much. What did you say? 30 seconds? Like 20 seconds ago?
What's that? You have 20 seconds left in the match. I have.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, there's not much Vanu can do anyways at this point. This is all over.
Maggie, can we get our Luperza? Can we get a broadcast with half over right about now, possibly?
Okay,
Not
sure.
all.
There, we all heard Maggie's alarm go off since she timed these things to the second.
It's my alarm, but yeah, that's fine. that's the first half's over, guys. The score is 8-0 in TR favor going into the second half.
And because VS was able to hold Nexus Omega the entire match, they score 9 points.
The score is actually 9-8 in VS. No, it's not. It's 8-0. I shouldn't say that because somebody's gonna get all pissy with me. I'm gonna pull the outfits back up. Somebody's rolling around their notes.
Yeah, somebody's just smashing something. They're like, you know what? I'm done.
Done with this. All right, guys, we're gonna wait to get our outfits back in. Changes, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I just crashed.
All right, no worries, Louis. We're gonna get knocked back in here as well, so you guys can talk about the first half. Let's hear from Changes. Guys? This is Changes from TXR. He's our special guest for this week. He's gonna kind of give us a breakdown of his thoughts of the first half. Take it away, sir.
All right, so yeah, that was my notes, just rolling around there.
Oh man.
So I mean, wow. I mean, this round has been absolutely dominated by NUC. We saw in the beginning that the TR immediately dominated the skies. They pulled almost their entire platoon. They pulled Mossies. They pulled 6 libs. They were up in the air and they were just taking out everything. Those Mossies, they really weren't that contested. I think VS pulled about maybe a squad's worth of air, and just let those Mossies do whatever they wanted to. So what happened is those Mossies just flew right into Granite Head, and the TR got an early foothold there. And holding that Granite Head is so important because it's the only place that has 3 lattice connections. And then once that was all secured there, they had a prolonged battle. So what NUC did, instead of just staying at Granite Head and prolonging that, they had their 2 other squads push into Bitter Gorge and Arizek and eventually succumb the enemy into that while the VS was feeding troops into Granite Head. I think the squad beacons really made a big difference this week. We saw a large amount of infantry battles compared to last week, where it was all air all the time, and it really made a lot of sense now for infantry battles and quick deployments. So while I was while I was watching the stream, one of the questions that was asked was why aren't the hold on.
What's that, Changes?
So while I was watching the Twitch stream, one of the questions was asked, why aren't the VS defending their bases? And I'll tell you exactly what NUC did. NUC, as they're getting ready to cap, at a minute and a half, they send one of their troops one of the most likely an infiltrator. They send them to the next base ready to cap in the lattice, and they'll throw down a squad beacon, or they'll flip a tank terminal and pull a Sunday. And as soon as 10 seconds counts down, they'll redeploy and they'll quick deploy on the forward spawn. Once they secure that A point, it's shut down for them. The VS are still back in the rear base, and they can't flip the point. So they keep getting these jumps, and they keep the momentum going. And that's how they push them all the way back to Nexus Omega. Just really fine bookwork stuff done by NUC here. And that ninja infiltrator tactic, that was great. He was just sitting there holding that 1 point for such a long time, and just playing peekaboo with the VS forces. That was great. He really almost had half a squad having to deal with him.
I think we did reference his name. I don't know.
I think it was
half dozen
Ninja.
times.
Yeah, I know.
It was
he
VS,
was
actually,
phenomenal. He really made the difference. I mean, when you have to devote half a squad to that one person, I mean, that just hinders everywhere else.
Yeah, don't forget he was VS, not TR. You just confused the two.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And it was that one ninja on
Yeah.
DPSO. He definitely locked down that 1 point the entire time, forcing, you're absolutely right, at least half a squad to be there at all times to try and find him.
So one of the things that the VS did do right, though, was they finally, towards the end of the match, they're like, we got to deal with these Liberators. Those Liberators were just devastating the VS. There was about 4 to 6 Liberators up that I saw, and those Liberators just completely demolish pushes. They can take out infantry so easily, and they can take out vehicles so easily. I mean, they can literally turn the tide of the battle. So they got sights in the air and started going at them, and were able to take a couple libs out. So that was really important for the VS to make the move. But in the end, it really didn't make that big of a difference, because they got pushed back to the Nexus Omega, and it's still 8-0.
Alrighty, let's talk to our outfits real quick about what they thought about the first half. Let's start off in reverse order of how we introduced them. Zoid, what did you think about the first half? Zoid from NUC, that is.
I thought DPSO put up a really, really strong defense on that Granite Head reactor. We spent a lot of time trying to push him off there. So that was a really, really fun fight from our end. At the same time, I was really happy with our coordination on the Nexus. We had one squad consistently at Granite Head trying to deal with that, and while that was going on, we had our other squads capping. So really proud of how our guys came out here and played, and really impressed with how DPSO came out here and put up a really, really strong fight on Granite Head reactor.
Alrighty. Let's hear,
not sell the 42 Deuce short on that one, Zoid. Give them their credit
Actually,
too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Granite Head was actually a mixed squad. It was DPSO and T42. That was both of us there.
Alrighty. Let's hear about the referenced 40 Deuce. What did you guys think about the first half?
Wow, that was a sea of mossies. That was it was beautiful and painful. That right off that lead with all those libs really just kept us hammered down inside of Granite Head. It was we didn't even want to go outside. We were doing everything we could, and then they came in with those swarms of harassers. Was a really nice touch to like put them up on the platforms and keep those locked down. Other than that, it was just a really good slugfest. You know, we pretty much got locked down and bogged down in that center bit. At one point, we tried to hop over to hydroponics and ninja the terminal to find out that the terminal is actually busted, and we couldn't pull a sunder from there. But yeah, you saw the rest of the battle.
Alrighty. How about DPSO? What did you guys think?
Yeah, the air was frighteningly impressive, I have to say, and we tried just about everything that we could to counter it. I mean, we were pulling sky guards, everything like that. Basically, in the end, I think we dried every single person that I know of out of resources, just trying to get those liberators out of the air, because they were just murdering us. And the only place that we could actually finally hold up any kind of defense with them was when we were able to get into the AA turrets at the Omega. But by that point, they're already so far in, it's not much help. You're already pretty far back in your own territory. I am really impressed with how long our two squads. It was. I don't know if it was always two squads, but for the majority of the time, it was two squads of our guys at Granite Head, and that was, as I said, mixed force, T42 and DPSO.
Okay. Yeah, I saw a lot of the Granite Head seemed to be the center focus of both your teams during the majority of the match, and I have to say, watching the back and forth, watching that, who was it, TR landed the gal on top of the A point and just it was shelling from one of the, I assume from one of the bulldogs on the wings. Was that TR or was that VS?
I believe that was Sero from NUC.
Okay, yeah, I was seeing it from FPS cam at some point during the stream, and that was it was funny to watch because you just see him kind of swarm down or swoop down just about right through the canyon. Whoever was flying that gal was doing a hell of a job. I'll give him that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun watching the Granite Head fight. Do you have any other thoughts on kind of the first half, their changes? Maybe not. Maybe not so much.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was in tabbed out. VS said that they were really trying to get the AA up there, but my outfit last week learned very easily can the air quickly get out behind these mountain ranges and really counter any type of lock-on. Lock-ons are completely useless. So, this next round, I think there needs to be something done, but you got to reevaluate the way you think about the air and try to counter it.
Alrighty. Well, let's hear from the outfits. Are you guys back in your warp gates almost ready to go, or do you need a couple minutes to prep up?
We'll start pulling them back to their warp gates now.
Okay.
Just coming, yeah.
All right, I'm leaving this team speak then.
Okay. All right, we'll talk to you guys after the next half. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alrighty, guys. That was changes from TXR and the 3 outfits that are participating tonight. What we haven't mentioned yet is that we take any outfit. If you're an outfit and you have a friendly rivalry with another outfit, you want to play it out 24-24, 48-48, 12-12 even. If you'd like to do that, it's not a big deal. We are we're a couple weeks out, probably, maybe more. I don't want to give an exact date, but for a private server, we can do more live builds on Endar, Endar, Esamir, and Amrish. So we can find a base for you guys that kind of fits your needs. And if your outfit wants to mess around with another faction outfit and just kind of play it out for fun and for enjoyment, that's exactly what this show's about for the community. It's not strictly a competitive esports, whatever you want to deem that show. It's just made for a community to have fun and kind of duke it out and enjoy themselves. So check it out if you it doesn't matter what server you're from. We're even doing an EU one here in a couple weeks. It'll be on a Saturday. We're going to do it in the middle of the day so EU people can participate. And yeah, we're trying to do it for everybody. So find another outfit, talk it out, contact me. This is Torx, or contact at PS2 Comclash on Twitter. Contact us at ps2comclash@gmail.com. Contact anybody on this show, honestly, and they'll pass it on to me about if you want to participate or not. Or you can go sign up on the forum, which is at PlanetSide Universe, and hit the Community Clash link and fill out the form there. That'll tell us everything we need to know on how to contact you. And we can get a hold of you and your 2 outfits want to participate, or 3 outfits or 4 outfits or whatever, and we'll put it together for you guys and you can play. We don't have a match set for next week strictly yet, but hopefully we should have something up for you soon. How do you think the first half went there, Hamma, while we're waiting for these guys to get set up?
It was definitely pretty dominating. Not much else I can say about it. I mean, they definitely controlled the map and played really well. It was pretty impressive to see NUC perform. I'm curious to see now, after we've gone through that, if the Vanu will kind of come at them with something just completely off the wall and crazy. Just because, like, why not at this point, right?
All galaxies, 48 galaxies. And somebody asked in the chat room which EU outfits would be participating. We do not have an exact set yet. I'm 99% sure Deathwatch Gaming will be one of them. We do not have a competing outfit at the moment. I think we're finalizing that, so I'll get back. You'll hear from us before. It'll be 10:13 is when that match will be at noon. So look forward to that if you like watching the EU outfits. Nox Derringer, I guess post casting, what do you guys think about the first half? Maybe have a couple seconds to think about it.
Well, from my end, I mean, casting the VS side mostly, it was kind of one-sided. Like Zoidberg said, they pretty much executed their plan to the
What
to the
the-
T.
What in
Changes.
the
Put the
world?
chips away.
Sorry. Being offended.
But no, they pretty much executed their plan to a T. And as we saw with great white whales, and I know I said it at least once during the cast, a good dedicated air squad can really turn the tide of battle on the battle islands right now. So I would be interested to see if we're going to see some changes to the way that the layouts
changes.
are designed, if we're going to see some dome shield emitters put in place on the battle island, if we're going to see some shields attached to those, or what changes we might see made now that we've had a couple matches here, and especially 48 matches where air has just been the absolute deciding factor on, I don't want to say the ultimate winner or loser because we have a whole nother half, but if we were to base the outcome on what we saw in the first half, air just is totally dominant on this battle island. That being said, I am very interested to see what something like if we were to pit NNG and Great White Whales against NUC, to see how those two massive air forces would fight against each other.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, honestly, if you've already participated in Community Clash, we don't mind having you on again. Just find an outfit you like competing against or whatever, and we'll put you on, have some fun, and you can have some fun, and everybody has some fun, and blah 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 blah. So, Derringer, Knox, are you guys ready to go with your outfits? Or they look like they're prepped?
It looks like everyone's in the room for me.
I have a few stuck on Esamir. They're waiting for a spawn timer to finish counting down before they can actually drop here.
Okay, we are going to pull the outfit leads back up.
Yep,
so
we're
we can talk
good.
to them.
They were able to finally get off Esamir, so we're good to go.
Okay, Senior Blanca, are you there? And Zoid, are you there?
Yes, I am, and we are ready.
Okay. Senior Blanca, are you there? He responds back shortly.
He is muted. He cannot. There he goes.
Okay. You there, Senior Blanca? Okay. Are yourself and DPSO ready to go?
We are.
Alrighty. Then let's go ahead and get the second half kicked off. Let's give a quick countdown, and we're going to get this going, guys. Knox, Derringer, you ready to go?
Believe so.
I
Believe so.
was born ready.
Alrighty. It's time to get this going. Get ready to put 45 minutes on the clock. Let's do this countdown. Wow, my dog is pissed. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this.
And VS has once again sprinted out of the spawn room, and they are hitting the vehicle terminals once again. Looks like the same as last time. A lot of them went to the vehicle terminals, and the other half all went to the air terminals.
I saw everyone go to air terminals again. It looks very similar to last time. Liberators landing in the same spots, Galaxies landing in the same spots. These guys don't even just move coordinatedly. Like, every Liberator, every Galaxy landed in the same spot. All the squads went to the right spots to get picked up. And they are moving out in the same fashion as they did before.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Exactly.
I can say that VS did spawn a number of Sky Guards this time around to try and deal with the air right off the bat, but I don't know how effective they're actually doing.
I'm
following
watching
Miles' lives
some
right now.
mosquitoes have spotted them, but they're clearing out the sides that they see first, which is not very hard for them right now because I see very few sides. I do see one of these libs getting absolutely lit up right now from behind, and he's ducked behind a mountain.
Alright, I've moved my way over towards Bitter Gorge Garrison once again to see what the action here is, and it is basically all TR. There was a single, we have our good buddy That One Ninja again here, who was trying to cap a point by himself, but NUC has moved their way in and are working on capturing all 3 points again. Just like last round, it seems that the VS are leaving Bitter Gorge Garrison alone and focusing on other part of the map.
Yep, the the TR, I was looking at this blue Bravo point and thought NC. Looks like they have Charlie Squad here and only half of it taking the points at Bitter Gorge Garrison. And when they take B point here, they will have all three and we'll be sitting on a 7-minute cap. I do see a Vanu Sunderer moving in right now though.
Everyone, oh, Hammy, you just took it off my stream as a mosquito. Ill-advised to try to navigate between two into the gorge here and hit himself on the walls and blew up.
The Vanu have brought a Sunderer into Bitter Gorge Garrison.
You're on the wrong lane, Mr. Knox.
No, we switched lanes, fool. I'm not casting that lane again.
Guess you didn't read my telling you that we were not switching lanes.
Guess who doesn't care? Because I'm doing a different lane this time.
Well, then I apologize to our viewers because Knox refuses to play by the rules, and I'm sorry that we weren't casting Arizek Satcom hub. So at this point, I'm going to move my way over there and do a little casting from this side so we can find out what's going on over here. So I apologize for that, viewers. And here we are at Arizek Satcom. All three have this Lightning Squad, which is mostly anti-air once again. As I see, our stream has gone offline, unfortunately.
Yeah. We'll wait a couple seconds, so it'll be back.
It's back.
Shortly.
Okay.
Like it's back.
We switched lanes last time.
And here we are,
Just
I'm looking
FYI.
at Granite Head Reactor right now. All 3 points are held by TR. It does look like DPSO and 40 Deuce are making a push from the southeast side. But again, it is absolutely held by TR and NUC. But again, I love seeing the spawn beacons out, showing that people can drop anytime they want. And I'm following the VS right now as they're trying to make a push towards Bravo. But there's a good defense here by NUC.
Well, they were using the Sunderer, which was an AA Sunderer at Bitter Gorge Garrison, and 2 AA Sky Guards to try and pin down that air and eliminate it before they set up to take this base, but it couldn't deal with it. One Lightning is down, the second's going down as I speak. And there it goes, and the Sunderer were all taken out by the air. NUC has had 0 contest here at Bitter Gorge Garrison.
NUC has also actually started pushing in on the back side of the VS here. I'm following a single harasser that was able to take out 3 Lightnings and now is being peppered by its own Lightning. There's a little battle going on between those two here. The Harasser is definitely getting the better side of it though, because the Lightnings are set up as Sky Guards, while the Harasser is using its Vulcan to deadly precision here, taking out multiple Sky Guards. It's being chased off now, but it's definitely getting some assistance from the Liberators that are in the air. So a single Harasser has stymied the armor push, and now I'm watching as the Liberators are so brave as to be, or brazen I guess is the better word, to be sitting right over Granite Head Reactor, lobbing shells onto the points, taking out the Vanu presence that are here. But Vanu are able to take the Bravo point here, and are making a little bit of a push over towards Charlie.
The TR are moving a Prowler into Argent Pass, I assume in order to scout it out, set up a defense, see what they're going to need here to take this base, and do what Changes was talking about, and just kind of be there ready to go as soon as the other base flips. This Lone Prowler is actually moving up even further than that, all the way towards Nexus Alpha. And a Liberator is also hovering over Nexus Alpha, taking out all of the AA turrets there as well.
We have a pair of Liberators and a Mosquito now brazenly sitting over Granite Head Reactor. That being said, Vanu have taken both the Bravo and Charlie points, so they are slowly working Granite Head in their favor. I don't know that they have the people actually to get over and take the alpha point here as well, though. They're trying, though.
Still no Vanu push at Bitter Gorge. So in about 1 minute and 45 seconds, we will see Argent Pass be taken.
So we're seeing the same thing that we saw in the first half, where that side of the map is pretty much uncontested and held by the Terran Republic as the Vanu once again focus on Granite Head Reactor. The question is, are we going to see the same thing again, where with a second left, TR are going to swoop in and prevent the capture?
I would imagine something like that might happen again.
Well, I say that, and TR are actually pushing in on Bravo Point right now. Again, really, these Liberator pilots are quite adept at hovering and keeping themselves in the rocks here and surviving for a long time. I know I listened in on a lot of the prep work that DPSO was doing when they were doing their training, and they were focusing a lot on anti-air and ways to combat an effective air force, but I'm wondering if they're learning some additional things that they didn't expect with live play versus practice that they had before.
Hey, you always learn something. Someone's always going to do something weird that you didn't expect. But the Argent Pass has officially been set up. The TR have moved asunder into this little Sunder basement here underneath the capture point. And
all right,
they are preparing to take the point.
Looks like Arzak Sackham has flipped, giving 2 points to the TR. That's 10-0 the points right now in TR favor.
I guess now do we wonder if there's going to be a complete blanking of one team by another on a community clash?
Looks like Bitter Gorge Garrison also just flipped. That's 12-0 in TR favor.
Yep. And at that note, the TR are now taking Argent Pass.
There's one thing that we saw a few weeks ago with Sturm Grenadier, where they weren't quick to take that second point and it cost them a victory. So I wonder if NUC studied that battle and remembered that and put people there quickly to ensure that the same thing didn't happen to them.
I think they're just being preemptive.
So you're saying one outfit can learn nothing from another outfit?
I'm not saying that. I just, knowing NUC, I think they're probably already aware of that sort of mechanic and that sort
Are you
of
saying
situation.
that NUC doesn't watch Community Clash? Blasphemy. At Granite Head Reactor, to bring us back to reality and less lightheartedness, the Vanu have taken all 3 points now at Granite Head Reactor, and they're working on actually flipping this base in their favor. They're prowling all the points.
All right, I just wanted to give a quick time update. There's 34 minutes and 18 seconds left in the match. The score is 12-0 in TR favor.
Looks like Nexus Secure Substation is TR as well right now, similar to the last.
Let's look at my screen, Him. I know that you are, but make sure you stay on it because NUC has brought a harasser down into the basement here at Granite Head Reactor. They're running people over, and they're actually jamming it through the doors to make sure that they're able to get all the way down into the bottom here. And I don't know that, well, they've got a couple Zoe Maxes trying to deal with it, but we've seen a lot of different things, different videos online where people are able to get their harassers and flashes into certain areas, and this is just one of those examples. Granted, the Vanu were able to take it out and stop its threat, but still, getting vehicles in interesting places is something that people try to do all the time here in PlanetSide 2.
True facts.
True facts. And as we know, we've done on some of our episodes of ReachCast, that is not something that the devs are looking to stop people from doing.
I think T-Ray even said he likes watching those videos.
He does like watching those videos, but T-Ray is an odd individual.
Sarah, down there coming up, secondary stairs.
So I believe there are a few Vanu here at Argent Pass. I can't tell you for sure, or if they're just bombing things for no reason.
Well, look
But
for
I
that
see
one
bombs
ninja.
hitting near the spawn room, and that's pretty much all she said.
Look for
all she
Ninja.
wrote.
He's probably there somewhere.
Primary stars, 1 heavy.
Hiding out, ninjing about. Once you, TR is trying to take both in parallel Nexus Secure Substation and Argent Pass. FYI.
As they should. I'm watching a very good battle here at Granite Head Reactor. The TR were able to take the Charlie Point away from Vanu, and Vanu are pushing in through every entrance here. Windows, doors, anything, trying to push the TR out of this point. TR are doing an excellent job keeping it locked down, though. And there are many dead bodies everywhere.
I can't say there's anything interesting going at any of these bases other than that one. The TR are even landing Liberators and repairing at Nexus Alpha.
Can we get a
and
quick
dropping all
map?
squad beacons in preparation for taking this base?
Can we get a quick map overview, Hamma, as I declare these next 2 points? If possible. Looks like Nexus Secure Substation was just taken by the TR. That would give them more points. It's a 13-0 at the moment, and Argent Pass is about to flip as you see it there, guys. Grand Head Reactor is still a hotbed for combat.
Yeah, we have about a minute 15, minute 10 left here at Granite Head Reactor. All 3 points are in Vanu's hands. Let's see if they can stop what happened last round and are able to hold all 3 of these points. TR is making a concerted push on it, though. I've got a Prowler at one side working on a Sunderer. I've got the Liberators circling overhead. But I do have VS embedded in every point here.
Well,
So
I wonder if the TR are going to focus on that place being a Granite Head Reactor, or if they're just going to try and ninja Nexus Alpha first.
Now we have some suicide mosquitoes coming in, trying to take out, and everybody watching the stream is going to see this coming up in a second. Suicide mosquito working on a 40 Deuce Sunderer. It's the first time we've seen that tactic. It didn't work, though. And we're at 13 seconds, 12 seconds left. I think VS are going to capture their first points in this match.
Johnny, level 1 sniper? That's awesome in the chat. Love seeing that.
And bingo.
Cool. All right, the score is 14-2 in TR favor currently, with 30 minutes right on the dot left in the second half.
And the TR have set a Sunderer not spawnable at Nexus Alpha. They are working on one of the generators as well. There's only a few men here. It looks like, well, no, it looks like a whole squad. The whole Bravo squad is here, and all of Alpha squad has just dropped in onto the which generator is that the Tex is hiding it? The horizontal generator. Vertical generator is already ticking. We have mosquitoes landing on top of this base, as we have more than 12 NUC guys here ready to take Nexus Alpha.
And the reason is because almost the entire Vanu army is over here at Granite Head Reactor.
I'll tell you, I believe that because I haven't seen a single Vanu this entire match, other than the Sunderer and 2 Lightnings.
The question is, which direction are the Vanu going to push out from here at Granite Head? Are they going to make a push towards Bitter Gorge, or are they going to make a push toward Arazek? My money is on Bitter Gorge. Unfortunately, the TR have captured the Alpha point here, and there's a furious battle actually going on under the ground, under the base here, with the TR stuck in the doorway. I mean, the VS stuck in the doorway trying to make a push down into that bottom point. And there's really not a lot of TR down there.
NUC is scouring the Nexus Alpha base looking for any Vanu, not finding anything.
They're not going to find any because all of them are here at Granite Head Reactor. I wonder if they're content holding this 1 point through the rest of the match and calling it a victory.
Hope for our viewers' sake that's not what happens.
Well, we have vertical gens just about to go down in 5 seconds, and the horizontal gens in about 15.
It would be interesting if they were all to recall back to the warp gate right now and make a push, try to save that. Listening to their chatter, though, they're certainly not talking about it. They're definitely digging themselves in here and trying to take care of some of the air that's flying around before they make a push out to another point. And they're succeeding somewhat. Some of the air is being taken out.
Both generators are down, and there are 6 NUC taking the A point and securing it. It looks like some others, well, I don't know what they're doing. They're just hot dogging in this harasser. Oh, they're setting harassers up on these hills as watch. And jumping and rolling.
Somebody's doing a jump video on the Nexus.
I see people shooting at a lone scythe. He's hiding in the warp gate now. This is the action I'm getting. Sorry.
Hey, if you were a scythe looking at the NUC Air Force all by yourself, would you want to come out?
I mean, it's not even the NUC Air Force. He's being shot at by harassers. All the Air Force has landed. I see 1, 2, 3. Well, there's 2 Liberators on the ground, 3 Mosquitoes that I can see.
While that action is going on, that Nox is loving. There's a little bit of action here at Nexus Secure Substation. Our friend from the first round, not the Ninja, but Zoltan, who was also solo capping points. He was working on the hydroponics all by himself. He actually took Nexus Secure Substation all by himself. And Liberators are looking for him and cannot find him, so they're content to blow up the vehicle terminals. So they don't allow him to do everything. Oh, and as I say that, he was just taken out from the air as he tried to cross a catwalk sneakily. That being said, you do not need to be on the point for it to continue to flip. So that means one of these Liberators will need to land or bring somebody in here to capture it.
I do see some Zoe Maxes coming out of the spawn room now, trying to take back Nexus Alpha. And they are all quickly disposed of by these harassers up on the hill, sitting behind the spawn room, just bombarding the absolute hell out of the guys coming across from the spawn room over towards the point with the Furies.
I see it as well.
So the...
Pretty evil.
The Vanu Max Crash push is foiled. We have 4 dead Zoe Maxes here. I can't tell you how satisfying that is to see.
And while that was going down, Nexus Secure Substation was flipped back into TR's favor. So they are taking care of that side over there. I'm moving back over to the center here at the Granite Head Reactor, which the majority of the VS have cleared out of. It looks like there's about 2 squads left over here. So at least half of the platoon right now is over back at the warp gate trying to deal with the Nexus infestation by the TR.
Nexus infestation.
What else would you call it?
Well, I wouldn't call it. There's only 1 squad here, so I don't know how, or 2. Oh, actually, sorry. I'm looking at. I only see 1 squad when I look at names. Then I look at my mini map, and it's actually 3 squads: Charlie, or Bravo, Delta, and Alpha. So they're all here. Forgot I'm in Alpha Squad, so only Alpha Squad names show up.
I just did see the call go out across platoon chat saying that Nexus is absolutely swarmed by TR. So
yeah,
they're aware of
swarmed.
it, but I don't think it doesn't look like they're actually making a push for it. Again, I think that they may be content to hold this center base and keep it out of NUC's hands.
Hold the crown.
Swarmed. The spawn has crossfire from the mountains from Furies. They're not even using Liberators at this point.
Hold the underground crown, is that what it is?
As I say that, here comes the Liberator. So there is the Liberator now above the base as well, on top of the Harasser Furies, or Fury Harassers.
I don't know if those ice overhangs are really serving their purpose. Like in this, because they're just weaving bullets through it anyways. May as well be open air.
I agree. There's a couple sides in the air now, though, trying to take care of these Sunderers, but harassers, but the harassers still seem to be moving around at will.
Once this fight gets centered on this base, it's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it does look like the Vanu were able to take out the engineer repairing this harasser, but... And then they took the harasser out, but the TR are still all over this base. The Vanu are having a very hard time pushing out. Because once they can get past the liberators and the harassers, they still have to walk into the room that's filled with several maxes and quite a few medics and some engineers. And by quite a few medics, I mean almost everyone else is a medic if they're not an engineer or a max. Maybe I see a couple heavies, a light assault. We got a good mix in here.
From my end, I moved over to the hydroponics compound where a small three-member squad here has moved in to the point to try and cap it, to take some of the heat off of what's going on north of to the south here. But I have to check my lattice to see if they can actually even cap this. Yeah, they can cap it, but the point's not flipping over here at the hydroponics compound.
It's more live bombing.
Surprisingly enough, so this Sunderer that was originally not deployed is now deployed underneath Nexus Omega. But surprisingly enough, it doesn't look like the one shield generator is completely unguarded. That would be the horizontals. The vertical is almost unguarded. There's one Sunderer here next door outside of it. And guys up above it, actually. So
the request for the time and for the points, it's just over 20 minutes left in the half, and the points are 14-2 in TR favor.
And there seems to be some issues over here at hydroponics compound. There's one infantry on the point right now, and is taking an extraordinary amount of time for this to flip over. It flipped neutral, but now it's just kind of stuck neutral, and I'm not sure what's going on. And now it seems to have finally flipped into the favor of the VS. So now, if the TR do not want to lose some points here,
Nexus
they're going
Alpha
to...
has been captured.
Let's award some points.
That's 2 more points to the TR, making it 16-2 in TR favor currently.
Now over here at hydroponics compound, the question is, are people going to get out of these liberators to try and dig out the couple of Vanu who are holding down this alpha point?
Zoid, if you're able, I'm right behind you.
One of which is a Burster Zoe.
I'm going to come back underneath.
This is where I'm glad we've got some actual cameras, live cams going. We can see some of the great action from a first-person viewpoint as that TR Max just goes house on infantry and air.
Just goes house. I like that.
The TR locked down the vertical and horizontal gen here at Alpha. They have repaired a lot of things. Oh, they're not repairing these AA turrets. They don't care about those.
Well, why would you spend time repairing an AA turret if the other team isn't really fielding air at this point?
Obviously.
Yeah. Back at Granite Head
One
Reactor,
lone heavy here who doesn't quite know where to go.
Just to give an update, at Granite Head Reactor, a squad of NUC has made its way in here and has been able to capture the alpha point, but the Vanu are quickly flipping it back over into their favor. There's one Charlie squad, looks like they are assigned with defending this base right now. So the question is, does NUC want to come in and fight a single squad, or are they content holding their points? I imagine it's going to come to a head here, though, at one point.
Well, we have one lone heavy here. He is trying to take this vertical generator by himself. I don't see any NUC movement towards the generator yet. Well, it looks like number 6 from Bravo Squad's going to come here. That would be someone Berthamon some name I'm probably mispronouncing. He actually totally didn't see the Vanu guy, but neither did the Vanu see him. He's rounding the corner. Berthmon quickly turns around and eliminates him. The generator is under TR control still. I do hear another one flipping though, so someone else did something.
A little bit of generator action.
I got way off.
Okay, so we're moving A.
One here.
Alright, I got there. It doesn't look like any TR here. I'm gonna try and find the Vanu. Oh, we got one. One. That's all I see is one Vanu here at this generator as well.
I have a Galaxy drop at Granite Head Reactor right now. A 9 of 12 Galaxy just dropped in, unloaded its payload, crashed into the wall, and now it looks like NUC is pushing its way back towards the Alpha point once again. I'm going to get in there and see. I'm sorry, it looks like they're moving to the Bravo point right now, and Bravo point is flipping to their favor right now. And they're dug in pretty good right here, so there's going to be a decent little battle here at Bravo momentarily.
Savano are sending one man here, one man there, kind of going after these generators with very few guys.
Oh, good news, there's an alert incoming. I wonder what that will be. Yeah,
all right.
Go ahead, Torx, I'm sorry.
Just at 16 minutes left. The score is 16-2. For those who want to catch up on what the score and the time left are, just at 16 minutes left. The score again is 16-2 in TR favor.
Here at Bravo Point and Granite Head Reactor is definitely held by TR. Alpha and Charlie are also flipping in their favor as well. Momentarily, NUC is going to hold all 3 points here at Granite Head Reactor. So just as quickly as that, they took all 3 points back, and Granite Head Reactor is going in their favor.
Well, both shield gens are under contention here at Nexus Alpha, and there is 0 TR defending them. I think they're probably focused on where you're at.
They're definitely focused over here. I've got at least 2 squads of VS are trying to work their way back into the various points.
You want people from A shifting to B?
I can also tell that there is a scythe circling around the hydroponics compound. I think the VS want to make a push over there, but they need to defend Granite Head Reactor here because TR have locked this thing down once again. Granted, the Bravo point did flip back to VS's favor, but TR are quickly pushing right back on it. I see more dead VS than dead TR at this point.
It's clear, pushing point. Point's clear.
Bravo point is now flipping back to TR's favor, and once again TR will have a complete lock on Granite Head Reactor. And I have over a squad of VS here, but again, most of them are dead on the ground. We got
just about 25 seconds. The Vanu will be able to take the A point at Nexus Alpha. I still don't see any TR squads here. I hear some scythes flying around. But other than that, it is empty.
They're rushing him.
I'm listening in on the comms. People are screaming that there's Maxes on the stairs. I wish we could have some more comm play while we were casting, just to hear a lot of what's going on. I mean, I'm following TR right now, and they've completely cleared all of the Vanu out here at Granite Head Reactor. They're all pushed back into their spawn room.
Well, A point has been captured by the VS at Alpha, so I'd expect we might see a fight here in a second. I do hear a large aircraft above Alpha. I imagine it's Galaxy. That probably dropped some dudes off.
It's always good when you hear it overneath.
Overneath, I know, right? We do have a squad beacon up, cleverly placed on the ammo tower. You know, that's a good one because But just seeing where that thing is to shoot it is kind of a pain. There it is. So
There's a decent little bridge battle going on here at Granite Head Reactor. The VS were able to resecure the Alpha point, but there's a furious push by NUC to stop them, to take back that capture. I gotta give
they
them...
clearly don't care about Alpha at all because there's no one here still.
Yeah, they're too busy here at Granite Head Reactor. They're trying to resecure this point. They want those 2 points back that they gave up to the VS here. Lots of good action going on in the basement here at Granite Head. Res grenades are going off left and right, but as quickly as they go off, TR take them right back out. There's a lot of good max play on the TR side. Something we saw with TRG as well, that a lot of people underestimate that TR max suit.
Well, and I think NUC, how much time is left on that capture?
3 minutes, 52 seconds.
So I think NUC knows that they have less time on that than Alpha, so they can basically ignore Nexus Alpha for those 3 minutes, then come here and still have 2 minutes to take this back. So if the Vanu think they're going to have this base easy peasy, they would most likely be mistaken.
They would definitely be mistaken. Vanu aren't giving up here though. They're pushing out of the warp gate in full squads, fronted by Zoe Maxes. But the other side of this double bridge here is absolutely locked down by the TR, and the fire is withering. I mean, they can't even make it across those bridges before they're all taken out. And then as soon as a res grenade goes off, they're quickly taken down again. Again, I got to give props to NUC. They focus fire quite well.
Infiltrator coming in, see stairs.
We do have a NUC Liberator here at Nexus Alpha, but nothing more than that. He's actually using his nose gun to take out galaxies. And I think he ran into the mountain. Chasing down the galaxy, headed over towards you.
Speaking of said galaxy, that was all of 40 Deuce. Just did a hot drop behind the backs of the TR forces, and they're actually did a decent push on them, but they are all down. And just as quickly, the TRs that were taken out are right back up. What we needed to see there was a coordinated push from 40 Deuce hot dropping in the back there, and then a quick push across the double bridge. That would have caught TR in a pincer effect there, and more than likely would have wiped them out. But unfortunately, that did not happen.
Bravo Squad did show up at Nexus Alpha, take the point, and resecure both generators. Imagine they're in the point room right now. Let me check it out. But I'd imagine they're setting up some claymores or just kind of basically making a defensive preparations before that.
All right, there's 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the match. The score is 16-16, 14 points reward to VS for Spandex.
I'm sure it's not 16-16.
You didn't hear his joke because you didn't let him finish.
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear his joke either.
There's now 9 minutes and 15 seconds of my dry wit humor left, and the score is 16-16, 14 points reward to VS for Spandex. In serious note now, 16-2, TR leading, 9 minutes left in the match.
VS are kind of poking around here at Nexus Alpha, but the Bravo Squad does have both vertical generators on lockdown. I can tell by the positioning on the map. We have a few guys on each generator here, watching it carefully before the entire Vanu army arrives.
Well, the entire Vanu army is still here at Granite Head Reactor, and they keep taking single points. NUC keeps taking those single points back, and then it's just a back and forth as they hit another point. And VS know that they have to push. There's a minute 35 left on the cap here, so they do need to make a hard push here and take at least one of these points to slow down this capture here, because they definitely don't want NUC getting any more points from this. Because as we know, if NUC does capture that, they could own the entire map. Because
They
as
could.
I look,
They will own
Nexus
the entire
Alpha,
map.
Nexus Alpha has just flipped back to TR's favor, so they did successfully keep that in their favor. And over here, Vanu are pushing points. They almost pushed full into Charlie, but then it was quickly flipped back to their favor. We are under a minute left here on the Granite Head reactor cap. Once that happens, again, the map will be red. They have pushed into the Bravo point. Bravo point has flipped over into Vanu's favor, but the point is quickly swarmed by TR. And it's now flipping back. So again, TR are going to control all 3 points here. We are up to 30 some odd seconds left on the cap here at Granite Head Reactor before the entire map has turned red.
So I arrived here and I can tell you Delta Squad's holding Bravo Point, Alpha Squad's holding Charlie Point. And it doesn't look like anyone's down on it. Oh no, it looks like, and then Charlie Squad is down on the A point. So they're organized by squads holding each point.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can see the rest of them are all down underneath there because there's just dead bodies everywhere. Vanu dead bodies everywhere. But Bravo Point was just resecured once again.
It looks
that
like
point keeps flipping.
Looks like Alpha Squad isn't just on the C point, but they are pushed out into the stairways to help hold Alpha Point, since that's a harder point to defend.
Alpha Point did flip to Vanu's favor, but we're under 10 seconds now. The map will be red. And there we go. Facility was lost. And now Vanu cannot cap any of these points because they are completely cut off. They are going to be forced back to their warp gate now.
It's 2 points to TR. It's 18-2 in TR favor.
Now we should see some enemies coming from the warp gate at the squad that has once again abandoned Alpha, but I believe Bravo's generally been the guys up in the air, so I imagine they have taken to the Liberators and Mosquitoes to hem them into that area again. Or I did see a few of them in harassers, actually.
We do have our friend That One Ninja working all by himself here at Nexus Alpha. He's actually pushing one of the generators by himself right now. I think if there's anybody we got to give some props to is That One Ninja is the VS MVP in my book.
Wow, and a scythe just flew right by my camera trying to dodge a Liberator and then, I guess, failed to recover.
And sure enough, That One Ninja has flipped one generator here at Nexus Alpha. And he's getting killed as he attempts to make his way to the next one. So we should see the rest of the VS appear here shortly. They're congregating in the warp gate right now in size and in galaxies, loading their people up. Obviously they're going to make a quick push towards the Nexus Alpha here, but it's good to see them holding up and getting together before
we
they
do have a
actually
few
make that rush.
dogfights occurring in the air right now with some mosquitoes and scythes.
I count 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 galaxies, 9 galaxies on the ground right now in the warp gate. Loading up. Question is, how many are going to be decoys? We're up to 11 galaxies right now.
A lot of gals, a lot of gals. 3 minutes 50 seconds left in the match. 18-2 is the score in TR favor.
All right, they're starting to make their push over to Nexus Alpha here. Looks like they're just going to galaxy crash in. Here they
I've
come.
actually has some decent fights here in the air occurring.
Galaxies are piling on top of... They are actually trying to crash into that tower of anti-air turrets. They're just crashing into them, trying to take them out, but I can see the engineers on the ground, you know, keeping those turrets up. Wonder if we're seeing our first instance of battle gals on the test server on Nexus.
Yeah, we kind of had that earlier when TR landed the that gal on top of Was it Bitter Gorge? No, it was Granite Head Reactor.
There's a full crash of a galaxy right into the tower.
We have a few sides that are virtually ignored by the mosquitoes right now, which I'm
Galaxy after galaxy is
confused
crashing
about.
into it now. Not doing too much damage to them, though, unfortunately.
The sides are laying into these anti-air turrets as well, but the turret from behind, as they're focused on the galaxies, they'll quickly spin around and light up the scythe without any issues, though.
Now the question is, what are the galaxies doing, since there are 5 of them up in the air? This is the only point on the map that they can take. So I'm trying to see if they're actually crashing into the TR Liberators and taking them out. Blackbird here just crashed into one of the Liberators, taking it down. And that
I think
seems to be
their
their
TR air control. They're just going to crash into them now.
That's
Just be
their
done with it.
strategy right now. They're zeroing in on some of these Liberators and looking to take them out by crashing into them.
Well, I haven't seen a single scythe win a battle against these mosquito pilots, and I'm seeing them take out Liberators. They're taking out whatever they can get their eyes on. They're getting sides, picking off the sides, picking off Liberators.
That's definitely their plan. I'm watching Moon Kira as she or he, I'm sorry, is specifically trying to crash into the Liberators as they are flying around.
Amp station capture time. Let's do this. Alrighty, guys. We have just under a minute left in the half. The score is 18-2 TR. I think I can confidently saying that's going to be the final score.
I don't think that there is enough time left in the round for them to flip a point into their favor. And the majority of these galaxies are down, but we did see they did take out some of the Liberators. At least they took some of that pressure off Nexus Alpha here. But I do believe that NUC is pretty well dug in here. There's a lot of harasser play going on right now. They're kind of farming them in the warp gate right now. And they're definitely, I can hear VS saying pull Lancers, pull anything that takes out armor, so they're definitely going to be focusing on a lot of these vehicles and harassers that are driving around. But
go ahead and tell them, guys, the match is over. We're going to pull them back in here in a second. The match is done. Second half is done. The final score for tonight's match is 18-2 in TR favor.
And there we hear it, folks.
We're going to wait while we're waiting to get all the rest of the outfits back in here for the post show. I want to say thank you everybody for watching. We do the best we can to get an even match each week. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it doesn't. We appreciate all the outfits that participated tonight, and hats off to DPSO and 40 Deuce for coming in here kind of last minute to do their best to fill the spots for 48. They did a hell of a job competing. Heads off to NUC. They did a great job tonight.
Let's give.
I think somebody
let's make sure that we
dice.
give them extra props because they were not afraid to come play NUC like a few other outfits out there.
Yeah, it was good times. So the final score, as it says, 18-2. Still shuffling papers. The
Changes is digging through that chips bag, trying to get that last Pringle in the can.
Pringles sounds delicious.
Doritos, get it right, man.
The last Dorito crumbs at the bottom.
So that being said, if you want to participate, if you want your outfits to participate, if you just have another outfit you want to play with, or you have you want to do a 12-12, 24-24, or 48-48, we'll find a place for you guys to play, whether it be on PTS or a private server we'll have stood up in a couple weeks. And we'll set something up so you guys can have fun in a secluded, or I should say private, non-interfered with play area, whether that be an amp station or whatever base that kind of fits the play size that you guys pick. Any outfit is welcome. do not have to have MLG aspirations whatsoever. Doesn't matter who you are, what size you are, we'll fit something out for you guys, so hit us up if you'd like to play. And we'll set you guys up for a week and team you up. I think we're getting everybody in here now. Hold on, I think they're coming in now. All right, can you hear me, Zoid?
I can.
Alrighty. All right, can you hear me, Redolent?
Yes, I can.
Alrighty. All right, so the second half is done. Senor Blanco, can you hear me as well?
Absolutely.
Alrighty. I want to get a quick breakdown what you guys thought about the second half before Changes goes through his breakdown. What do you think, Senor Blanco? And first off, I said this earlier without Zoid and Redolent in here, so I want to repeat this. I want to hats off to all three of your outfits for coming on tonight and spending the time to play. I hope the viewers enjoyed it as well. I hope you guys had a good time playing.
All right. Well, you know, on the recap on that one, I'd have to say that NUC did terribly because we were able to take Granite and hold it for like a second. No, you guys killed it. Like, it was awesome. That it just inspires. I think, you know, debriefing this, it just inspires us to go back and you know, one, work on our air, two, work on you know, working in squads. You guys did awesome. Thanks for giving us that opportunity for sure.
By all means, I'm sure we'll be able to pull you back on again if you guys want to play again with another format or another team, whatever you want to do. Can work something else out.
For sure.
What about you, Redolent?
No, just massive props to NUC. You know, we did manage to take Granite. I wanted to make sure that we got some points on the board and take that, but it is absolutely impressive to watch that. And as Blanco said, you know, definitely inspires us to go out and try and be as coordinated as you guys. And certainly the air thing is, as I said, incredibly impressive.
Yes, I'm glad to see you know, shaking the hands, slapping hands, whatever at the end of the game. It's good to see some sportsmanship. What do you think about it, Zoe? What do you think about the second half?
I think just like the first half, DPSO and Forty Deuce did an outstanding job on Granite Head. I know we were doing everything we could over there to try and hold it, and we just weren't able to do it. So massive props goes out to you guys for showing up tonight and playing really well.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Let's get a breakdown from Changes, what you thought about the second half, and what you saw.
Well, that was quite the performance. You know, we got to give props to the VS, DPSO dropping Purple Smoke, and T42. Those 40 Deuce guys, they really had a lot of heart. They kept it going, and they went with that strategy. Like, you know what? Screw NUC. You know, these guys, let's just go straight for Granite Head Reactor and just hold it down this entire round. And that's what they did. They held Granite Head, they got it, and just held it down at that point. They really made that their last stand. Unfortunately, NUC overpowered them in the end. Nexus Alpha is one of the hardest bases to take, both of those Nexus bases, and they were able to come through and take it. But you have to remember that NUC is so dedicated. I mean, they are considered the top PlanetSide 2, one of the top PlanetSide 2 outfits, I'll say. These guys are so dedicated. They consider themselves the most dedicated PlanetSide 2 outfit out there. They're practicing 7 days a week. Not 6, not 5, not 4. These guys are, every single day, they have 48 guys practicing this kind of things. They've been on the Nexus since day one. So everything was stacked up against the VS. So we got to give it to the VS. They really had a lot of heart there. Some of the things that I saw that really worked was the harasser play. Harassers were just absolutely crucial for the way that NUC's playstyle works. They're able to really hold down spawn points. If they can get a harasser up on that mountain like they did over Nexus Alpha, they completely shut down an entire Zoe Max push. If that Zoe Max was left unchecked, they could have never, ever have caught that Nexus Alpha base. So big props to NUC for thinking in the advance for some type of big Zoe push and getting those harassers ready to go up there. Other than that, I gotta say I am proud for TR for finally breaking that VS win streak on Community Clash. Nice job, NUC.
Thank you.
6 matches in now, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
5 matches in. It's been a while. Obviously, I lost count. But yeah, it was a great match tonight. I'm glad we saw some good fighting for the week, and like I said, we appreciate all the efforts that came on. I want to give a quick request to Luperza. What did you think about that last half? And I want to say thank you for setting up Nexus for us tonight as well. I don't think we gave you a thank you yet in the show.
Oh, I think you did earlier, but oh man, just the whole time, just madness. You guys did such a good job, NUC. I mean, air superiority. I loved the way that you guys played with your infantry constantly. I mean, like, a couple people already said already. I think Changes was saying how you guys would move from room to room together and kind of check the, each of the choke points. Just great play. I saw some good things from the Vanu, but what the heck? You guys were using your resources like they were just rolling in from the trees or something. I was like crashing vehicles and stuff. I was like, what's happening right now?
Indeed we did. We were told that we
Right at
were
the
going to have
beginning.
unlimited resources.
Yeah, right at the beginning of round 1, you guys rolled out with a bunch of sites, and I'm like, all right. And then you guys landed at Granite Head, and some of you just crashed your sites. I'm like, what was that about? Why'd you just do that? Boggled me a little bit, but.
All right. With that being said, let's get through the outfit contact information, their social media, and everything else. Let's start with Forty Deuce this time. Where can people get a hold of you if they want to play with you guys or if they want to contact you?
Well, we are a Connery outfit, so you guys can check us out there. We usually have a platoon going all the time. You can also check us out at the40deuce.com, or you can check out Twitter. Our outfit leader is Louis. He's Aunt Lou 42 on Twitter, so you guys can check us out there.
All right, let's go to NUC next. NUC, let's hear your social media, your contact info if people want to check you out and play with you, or just contact you in any way.
So our website is nucgaming.com. Our website's actually really horrible right now. We're getting a new one here the next couple days, but the forums at least work, so you can come talk to us there. My Twitter, which is @ZoidBergenstein, is usually where we announce stuff that we're doing. And the easiest way to get a hold of us is to just add anyone from NUC in game and send us a message there.
Alrighty, and DPSO, what about you guys?
Well, we've got a website at purplesmoke.info, and we have our Twitter. That's DPSO announce. You can find us on the PlanetSide too. We're on the Community Clash. We're all over the place. So join up on our Twitter. And if you're interested in signing up for our outfit, we accept all members. So we will train you. We have squad training. We have squad leader training. We have platoon leader training, and we have elite outfit training. So, if you're looking for the 24 on 24, which is kind of our elite outfit right now, just let us know. We'll get you in the outfit, and we'll train you up from scrub to, a little bit better than you might have been before, at least.
Alrighty. Thank you guys all again very, very much for coming on tonight's show, and we hope to see you again maybe on a future Community Clash in one form or another.
Another big props to you guys, ReachCast, PSU, and PlanetSide community for setting this up. It's an awesome opportunity to meet other groups out there. So thanks again.
Yeah, as long as you guys have fun. That's what it's all about.
Thanks, guys. DPSO, we loved it. We had a hell of a time, and we tried pulling the 48 gals during the second half, ramming them, you know what I mean? Just explosions everywhere. Like, it was awesome. Thanks, NUC, for, taking us on.
Thank you guys for doing this. We were worried that we weren't going to get a chance to play, and you guys really stepped up and saved us there.
Hell yeah.
Anytime.
Alrighty. I'm going to let you guys go, but thank you very much for coming on tonight. Take care, guys.
Adios.
Peace.
Bye.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, I think that's everybody moved out. That being said, we'll give you guys our contact information. The primary one being the show contact information. That is at PS2ComClash on Twitter and at there's no at on emails, I apologize. PS2ComClash@gmail.com. You can contact us either of those ways if you'd like to set something up. Our preferred way, if you'd like to, is go to planetside-universe.com and sign up on the form that we have for Community Clash, kind of giving us a little bit of information about your outfit and who you'd like to play, or if you have a team already picked out that you guys have something worked out aside from us, we love that too. So check it out, 12v12, 24-24, 48-48, we are all welcome, and we'll work something out for you guys so you can play and be casted and observed, etc., and, you know, all around have a good time. Now, let's go on to our personal contact information. Mine is Torx. It's at ReachCast Torx. If you'd like to get me on Twitter, I don't have an email. I don't even know where I live. You don't find me. Just hit me up on Twitter if you want to contact me. Knox, what about you? Alrighty, what about Derringer?
You can always reach me at the Derringer on Twitter, and I will happily tweet back at you.
Alright. Hamma?
You can find me at CDL Hamma on the Twitterverse.
Alrighty. How about Jenny Boo?
You can find me at CDL Jenny Boo on the Twitterverse.
She stole the CDL out of my name.
How about you, the person?
You can find me at Perfect Storm, and it's like a cat purr, P-U-R-R.
I like the description of that. It was fun finding you the first time around when we first started working on PlanetSide stuff back in the day.
Blame Taina.
Alrighty. That being said, we have a couple other people that you don't hear on the show that really require a big thank you from us to them. Those people being Antithesis, Fox, Shit Pete. I know I'm missing somebody.
Kid Riot.
Antithesis.
Kid Riot. Yeah, it's Antithesis. I already said Antithesis. So.
Yeah, man.
I think that's everybody. Yeah, but
Ash.
those guys. What's that?
You're missing Ash.
I did miss Ash.
You're missing me.
I'm missing changes as well. It was on here, so thank you. A lot of these people do a lot of work that you don't see on the back.
Except for changes. He doesn't do any work.
Yeah, fuck work.
He just eats Doritos.
Eat Doritos and piggyback off you guys.
This show not sponsored by Doritos.
Should not sponsored by Doritos. That's a good point. No flavor. But if it was a flavor, it'd be ranch. Anyways, the assets and the overlays that you see are all done by people outside the show for the show. There's a lot more work goes into this than you guys really think. I know it sounds like we just get together, we have a couple drinks, and then we just kind of throw together a streaming rig on a fly. That's not really how it happens, believe it or not. So, big thanks again to Hamma for handling the production and all the people in the back and that are helping with the production and the assets of the production. From all of us to all of you, I hope you had fun watching the show. If you see it on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, give us honest feedback, go to Reddit, go to PS, go to, hit us on Twitter, hit us on PlanetSide Universe, hit us on the official forums. We check all of them throughout the week for feedback and make changes due to that feedback as we did this week. So help us out, make the show better, and we'll do what we can for you. Thanks, everybody. How about the rest of you? Let's give a big goodbye. Big group goodbye, or I don't know, each one individually. I don't care.
Oh, good.
See you guys.
Goodbye.
Oh, good. God. All right. All right. Night, everybody. Let's take this bitch offline.
Later. This bitch is off. See you next week, everyone.
You're listening to the AGN, the Araxis Global Network.